Effingham County is changing faster than ever. New neighborhoods, new businesses, crowded roads, expanding schools, and the important decisions that are being made right now to shape our future. Tonight, we are joined by Ivy Gibbins. She's the chair of the Effingham County Democratic Party, for a respectful, please, conversation about local politics, civic engagements, the growth, and what all that means for you as a resident of Effingham County. And we are excited to bring on our new local business that you won't want to miss out on. So let's get into it.
Welcome back to this episode of the Market Sip. My name is Patrick Donovan from eXp Realty, part of the Johnson Group, and I'm here with Brandon Giebler from Next Move Real Estate. And our mission is to educate, inform, and to bring the community together, one meaningful conversation at a time, and for issues that are impacting coastal Georgia. So let me know where you're watching from. Like, share, subscribe, join the conversation in the chat. We really, really appreciate it. But we're going to get started with our local spotlight here. We've got Philip Taylor from HomeStretch coming on our show. So let's bring him on. Here we go. Hey, Philip, how you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. So we're ready to get rolling there, Brandon, with 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah. Ready?
Ready?
Here we go.
Here we go.
Okay. So for people who are, first hearing about you for the first time, what problems or problem are you solving for sellers and realtors?
Yeah, so the heart of it and what HomeStretch is trying to do is put sellers as well as their listing agents in a position to sell a residential property as fast as possible and for top dollar. And we're doing that by providing 5 services that we've determined have the best ROI. Whenever you're put in the situation where it's time for your house to hit the market, we want to help you empty your home, clear it out, paint it, redo the flooring, whether it be LVP, carpet for carpet, you name it, do a little landscaping, and then do that final home clean. So we empty homes, we paint them, we do the flooring for you, we do a little landscape touch up to boost curb appeal, and we put a bow on it at the end with that final home clean. So all the real estate agent has to worry about is just what time do the photographers show up, and let's get that house on the market.
Love that.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So what are the common things you see in Savannah area homes that keep them from showing well?
I would have to say there's a few things, but I would say the number one situation that we see a lot of is the classic, like the grandma's house. And I'm sure you all have seen grandma's house before as agents. You go in there, there's juggling monkeys, wallpaper in the half bathroom. You got carpet that's had about 5 or 6, Datsuns running all over it every day. You've had some kids who have maybe torn off a few door jams. That's honestly what we see a lot of. We see a lot of beat up walls, and they're beat up because that's just life. You got kids, you live in life, things happen. Homes are living, breathing things. But walls that need some attention, touch up some baseboards, get that carpet freshed out, and do something about that crazy purple bathroom that everyone seems to have.
That's a thing for sure. So if a seller has limited money or time, what's the highest impact updates before listing that you would suggest?
It would have to be paint, unless you're in a situation where you have a lot of carpet in a home. So I always say paint, but then carpet, you just need to swap out carpet. It's like putting on a new shirt. I mean, carpet's it's got a lifespan. You got to change it out, and no one wants to buy a home where they go in and they see carpet that's been lived on. It's just that has to go. Paint and carpet for sure.
Okay, so for those that can't pay you guys up front, so for instance, they got to sell their home to pay you guys. How does the pay at closing option work, and what should sellers understand before using it?
Well, we use a few different partners, but my favorite is Notable. Notable really just wants, it's the same Compass, which is becoming a very successful real estate operation. They also use Notable for their concierge service. I like the way that we do it a little bit more, but Notable is agreement in between the seller and Notable. It's not like it doesn't put a hard lien on the home, and that settles up within it's either 12 months or whenever the house sells. But what it really does is it gives you a very low interest loan so that you can do the things that that house needs to have done so that it can get top dollar. And very reasonable. It shakes out to about 1% a month. And they really just want to see that you have a listing agreement in place, you have a little bit of equity in the home, and that you have a sufficient credit score. I've helped a nurse in Brooklet, Georgia, of a noble age, I will put it that way. She did it on her cell phone in less than 5 minutes. So it's very, very easy to use. Yeah, it's the best way I can put it. But she did it in less than 5 minutes. And then we did maybe $13,000 worth of work on that house. But it sold for top dollar, way above what the agent or the homeowner thought it could go for. And it was off the market in less than 2 weeks. That was fantastic. Nice. So just a good way to get that triple play. We want everyone to be a winner. There's no reason why everyone can't win in a real estate transaction. We want the listing agent to be able to sell a house as fast and stress-free as possible. We want the owner to get as much as possible out of their home, get what that house deserves. And we want the future owner to get the home that they deserve as well, fresh and ready for them to envision their family and a future in that property.
Well, Philip, I really appreciate you coming on and sharing what your business does for the people in the community. If you guys are looking to list your home, of course, you got to hit them codes and call us first to get your pricing. But when we're trying to list your home, get it ready, call HomeStretch with Philip Taylor. We're going to have his details down below. If you want to put a number out there, Phil, real quick.
Yeah, you can text or call me at any time at 912-351-8078. Google HomeStretch or go to home-stretch.com. It'll take you right to me. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, good. HomeStretch. Sounds like good things going on there at HomeStretch.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of time-saving things to do.
So if you're looking to get your home ready, HomeStretch got the answers for you. But now for our guest tonight, we got Ivy Gibbins coming on the show. So let's bring her on. Here we go. Hey Ivy, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you guys doing?
Good. I really appreciate you coming on. And Ivy, can you do me a favor? Can you tell us about yourself and what does the Effingham County Democratic Committee actually do on the ground?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am the chair of the Effingham County Democratic Committee. I am the president of the Young Democrats of Effingham County, and I am the chair of the Young Democrats of Georgia Rural Caucus. So I have a couple hats. And so in Effingham County, we really, and I like to start every single meeting like this, we're here for three main reasons, right? We're here to build community. I think that for a long time, community has been lost. I didn't really grow up in an era where you hung out with your neighbors or you did the barbecues or you did anything like that. And I'm bringing that back, right? So building community, creating equity, because everybody deserves to see the. And for way too long, Effingham has been a good boys club. Okay. And I'm here to stop that. So creating equity. And then third is to elect Democrats, obviously, because the way that we build proper community, safe community, inclusive community is by electing Democrats. How we create equity is by electing Democrats. So doing all three of those things is kind of what we do. We hold monthly meetings. We work with the like local politicians. Like I know you guys have had David Dilley on. Last week y'all had Scott Hoffman on. And
that was an interesting one. I like that one. It was fun.
Yeah, I love Scott. He's so much fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
So it's literally like I had so many conversations with Scott before he decided to run where I was like, it's basic people like you and me, man. Like we're not politicians and that's why it's effective, right? Like we need to bring politics back to actually what it needs to be, where it's local stuff. It's like he said, getting rid of flock cameras. I'll start right there. But so things like that is kind of what we do. Like on the ground in Effingham, we help knock doors, we help phone bank, we fundraise. And really, we're just trying to build a community, like a safe community for all.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. Well, we're going to be putting up a poll here to see what people care most about in our area. So here we go. And the way you answer the poll is you put the number corresponding with the answer. So here it goes.
Just
All
the
right.
number. Just the.
So there we go. So what issue matters most to you in Georgia's 2026 election? Is it 1, cost of living, 2, healthcare access, 3, government accountability, or 4, schools and education? Which one for you? Oh man, I am torn between 2 right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're in between a few.
I have an answer. I have an answer right away.
That's your answer was number 1?
No, that was not me.
Okay, that's Bobby Thunder. Thank you, Bobby Thunder.
Do you think her name is Bobby Thunder? Right.
I just saw it. Okay. So
Yes.
we got the votes coming in. So I am going to go with, I got to go with government accountability because after seeing everything that's going on, like I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, I concur. So I want to jump over to the chats real quick and thank you guys for coming. Hello, Joshua, Bobby, Stacy, Tammy. Thank you guys. Is that Maya? Clap, clap, clap. Slay Queen. We love that. Heckin' awesome time. That's it. Yeah. So we got a lot of ones. Oh my gosh, a lot of ones. A lot of 1s and 3s. I don't know.
You know, it's funny, Brandon. Before this, we were trying to figure out should we have schools and education or like growth and development and like schools. It's like we got to get these people under the control.
Under control, yeah. I mean, that's
control.
definitely what I say. Is I put 3 in there because, and it's similar to what Corey just said in the chat. Is like 3, and that would fix the rest, right? Like if we have government accountability, like if we didn't have a billionaire or a millionaire in our presidential seat, and we didn't have people with, loads of trust fund cash and stuff like that in government office, then they would actually understand what it's like day-to-day cost of living, right? What it actually takes to run a household. And like, there have been plenty of interviews with Trump and his officials and down from there of them literally not even knowing what it costs day to day, not knowing what milk costs, not knowing what eggs cost. And like, it's just
like, that's not the right price. I thought that's what we paid the entire time.
Right?
No,
and I'm like, yeah, maybe.
No, that's not what we used to pay.
Yeah, no, literally. I'm like, okay, you haven't been in Kroger recently, have you?
No,
so
they definitely haven't.
Right. So I think that if we start holding them accountable, and I mean, even when we go down to local Effingham politics, if we talk about government accountability, like if we are holding our county commissioners accountable to what they're actually saying, right? They're saying like, oh, we need to actually have growth that matters, then why are we having more warehouses, right? So if we hold people accountable, right, we get them out of office and then we replace them, and then we are able to fix our cost of living. We're actually able to work on those types of things and work on healthcare access. And I know that nobody put schools and education, and nobody feel bad about it because I feel like we all kind of
My kids are almost already graduated. So one has already graduated. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I definitely think that, schools and education, like education is the base of everything. And if we do hold our government officials accountable, we can actually start educating our children properly.
For sure. So for someone who has never attended one of your meetings before and they're attending for the first time, what would they experience that might surprise them?
It's a lot of fun. Not to toot my own horn,
Toot,
but
toot.
Why are people always not tooting their horn but tooting it anyway? I mean, it's
right.
It's
I mean, like, might as well while I'm here. But I said to somebody at the last meeting that like I use it as like almost like a stand-up routine, right? Like it's supposed to be a good time. Like I like to crack jokes. It's supposed to be very, very informal. Like I'm probably cursing a little bit more than I should. I am, we're taking potty breaks. We're doing what we need to do. Like
That's relatable.
Right. I mean, we got to do that. And I think that that's why people keep coming back. And I think that that's why we've been able to build how much we've been able to build. And it's really interesting because I think that if, you never had come to the meetings, or you've only ever seen me at like a county commissioner meeting or something, you would think that I'm definitely one way. But I am an entirely opposite person when I'm actually like able to have a good time. Like, I don't want to be at these county commissioner meetings threatening to replace them. Like, I don't want to be doing that on a random Thursday. I want to be home relaxing with my child. So, and then, you know, at recent Roger Burdett town hall that I went to, and like a handful of other people went to, mostly like county officials, he said some pretty disgusting stuff. And he riled me up. He did. I got a little bit more riled than I should probably. But he said to my face that LGBTQ plus things and people are disgusting and should not be around people. And then I was like, you know, like, how could I not react to something like that? So I think that that really circles back in government accountability. Like, we can't have people in our county offices saying disgusting homophobic things like that, when we could have someone like Scott or someone like Darlene that is more welcoming to the people in all of our community.
I mean, I low-key agree with him. Have you ever been to the gay club?
Yeah, Club 1 is closed down currently, but she'll be back. She'll be back and better than ever.
Yeah, you have a lot of people over here. You're so welcoming. Ivy is great with making you feel like you've known her forever. Ivy is nothing if not fun. Oh my God, you are making a statement. You better toot toot, boo boo.
I mean, I
Toot toot.
truly, I think that something that is lost, and people think that, I mean, like, bringing it back to community of like, I truly, like, I will be a villager. Like, I am more than happy to be a villager and show up on your happy days, your bad days, your good days, like all of that. Like, recently, one of our members had to have a surgery, and I'm like, call me. Like, if you need me, literally call me. And they're like, oh, I mean, I'm like, no. I'm being so for real. Like, you call me, I'll drive an hour to come get you. Like, I am that person. And I think that that's really what, beyond like just politics, but like human to human connection that we're missing. And I think that having that mindset is really why, like, people are, I mean, they're so nice to me, like I could cry, but like, I really do love people and like what I do with my whole entire heart. Like, truly.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like I've been saying that for so long, is that we lost the community feel. Like,
Right.
help thy neighbor, love thy neighbor kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's kind of like, who is my neighbor? I don't know.
Right. Oh, I got neighbors all the time. I literally tell everybody that comes to my meetings, I'm like, you got to go know your neighbors. Like, they invited me to their little 4th of July shindig, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. Because like, that's neighborly, right? Like, I know that if I need garlic, I can go get some garlic. If they text me and they're like, hey, is your kid home? Like, my kid wants to play. I'm like, send him over. Or she's like, hey, I'm bringing out the pool. And I'm like, we're coming over, you know, like, that is what is missed. And I really think that we need more of that.
I agree.
Well, that kind of runs into the next question. So, Effingham is still a very red county. What does success look like for Democrats here? Is it winning now, shrinking margins, registering voters, or building a bench?
Bench, for sure.
Yeah. Right. I think that we talk a lot about building a coalition, and like, every single time we run a Democrat in any single race and we move that margin just a little bit, that's a win. So in the PSC election, the Public Service Commissioner election, we moved 10.5 points blue. That is insane. And I will toot, that was me and my people of being around folks and registering folks and being in people's ears and talking nonstop, even when maybe I should, and talking to my neighbors and telling them to talk to their people, and never leaving a conversation without somebody knowing that, like, I'm not always like, I'm the chair of the county committee, but I'm like, you seen what's going on with our libraries? Or like, you see the equestrian center that got flooded out? I'm always like, you know, putting a little bit of this, putting a little bit of that, to kind of be like, stuff is changing. We need to change it. And the way that we do it is, you know, building that coalition. So I would say that. But I also, like, I want to elect Democrats. Like, I want to have Effingham County's first county commissioner being a Democrat. Like, I think that would be so amazing if it was Scott or Darlene. And I really do like calling it back to the county commissioner meeting that I attended, where they voted to pull us out of Live Oak, even though there was tons and tons and tons of people saying that they didn't want them to. Even the overflow room was packed. And I looked at them and I said, you do this and you're being replaced. And I'm sure that they thought that I was joking. And I'm like, look at me now. Like, I'm literally going to replace you because you've got us fired up. And I really do think that, like, yes, the past couple like years with like, I mean, it feels like we've never caught a break. Honestly, it feels like I was born and then it was like 9/11 and then it was just like everything else. And then it was like the recession and then it was everything. Like, genuinely,
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I'm so serious. And that's also why, like, I know we were going to talk about a little bit about like youth voter engagement, but like, imagine becoming sentient and then like the world is literally on fire and no one seems to be wanting to fix it. And we're like, is everybody okay? And then they're like,
Is everyone okay?
This is just the way it goes. And I'm like, no, I think we're going to fix this. I think we're actually going to do something about this. And I think that that's really part of building the bench, right? Of getting people fired up and from all ages.
Well, you got the live chats over here fired up. Ivy is always ready to call people out when they need it. We love it. And we're shifting those numbers each cycle. Our numbers are growing. And then someone asked who are the Democrats running in Effingham. But I think that someone was answering them.
Yeah, so we've got Scott Hoffman running for county commissioner, and then Darlene Ainsworth running for county commissioner. And then we also have two lovely congressional district candidates. So we have our CD12. So if you live in the upper part of Guyton or Springfield, you've got Soretta Smith. So she is all of us really far up. And then if you live in just this teeny tiny sliver of Guyton and Rincon, you are in CD1, and we've got Amanda Hollowell. And so then we also have, so we have David Dilley running for House District 161 as well.
Okay. So I love David Dilley. So when you look 5 years down the road, what would make you say the Democratic Party has made real progress for Effingham County?
I think if in 5 years, our high schoolers and our children are educated and they are ready to go out into the world and they don't have anything that has a Confederate flag in their schools, because there are still some at the high school. If, we aren't being sued, if the school board isn't being sued by the ACLU for racial discrimination, I think that would be really awesome. And I really do think that if we can educate them and we can have them going out in the world ready to change it, like we've said for a million years, that every single kid that is born is told, you're going to change the world, you're going to change the world, but we're actually able to give them the tools, I think that we're going to be successful 100%.
100%.
I love it.
Yeah, and I really do that. Oh, sorry. I could
go ahead. What's that?
I was just going to say that I really do think that isn't even, Democrat or Republican. I think that it's genuinely like human to human, like our kids deserve better, right? Like our kids deserve healthcare. Our kids deserve education. Our kids deserve to feel safe. I think that that's something that, Roger Burdett probably didn't think about when he was saying that hateful comment. And the comment was said because he lied to a constituent. Somebody went up to the stand and asked about why why we were removing ourselves from Live Oak. And he said it has everything to do with budget. And I went up there and I was like, that's just not true. Let's be honest with ourselves here. You definitely said in the meeting it was because the books were pushing transgenderism on the kids. And it's let's be honest here, folks. Right. And so I think that he doesn't think of all of the kids that could hear him saying that and how unsafe that they feel, that a county official who doesn't even know them hates them to his core and is willingly saying that out loud. I think it's just really sad and really disgusting. And I think that that's why we need to bring it back to like human to human. Let's let our kids be kids and let's let them be safe. And let's let them do what they want to do so they can become educated and then become successful adults in our society.
Totally agree. Okay. So let's get to the District 1 race for the House of Representatives. Let me play this video really quick of Amanda Hollowell. Here we go.
asked you, so what do you believe voters responded to the most in your campaign?
A lot of people said they liked the way that I break things down, um, which was, I don't take complex issues. I just talk to you and relate them to you. So I was explaining to folks about gas isn't just, I always say it's not just gas, y'all. Like, raspberries are the most expensive fruit to transport because you have to keep them refrigerated. And the price of raspberries will spike the longer we're in an Iran war, because of the simple fact that they're very expensive to transport. You got to have them air conditioned. They got to be in diesel control. And so, like that price is going to go on to to us as consumers, right?
So Amanda Hollowell is now the Democratic nominee. So what does she need to do to win over coastal Georgia voters outside of Savannah?
So I think that what she needs to do is continue on the path that she has built, right? So one thing about Amanda is that she is going to be everywhere. Like, she is in Effingham, she's in Glen, she's in Liberty, she's in Chatham, she's this, she's that. She's at the Juneteenth event in Port Wentworth, like super incognito, just there to like literally be with the community, not trying to campaign or anything. Like, that is how we win, right? Like, bringing politics back to people. She's a real person. She is not a polished politician. Like, she's very, very fancy and she has very nice pantsuits, but she's right. I know she really is. I love her. But she's not a polished politician, and that's part of the reason why we love her. And I think that that's a huge reason why the people in CD1, myself included, chose her. And here now we have her, right? So, and she showed up to our Effingham County Democratic meeting this past Monday. And, she announced that she was going to be running like at our meeting, when we were at the library. And so, so she was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I was like, get on out there, girl. Cause like, we can do this. And I think it's that kind of energy. And like she said in that video, she really does relate to people. Like, I think when she was at the Juneteenth thing, she was in like sweatpants or something. Like, she's a person, and she's not like taking like limos and going here and doing that and getting fancy treatment. Like, she is a human. And I think continuing on that path and helping build that coalition by showing up at the county events and showing up at our like county committee meetings. And, she, obviously she was at the Ossoff rally, and doing things like that, I think, is going to win her this seat. And I also think that for the first time, people in Effingham aren't being underestimated. And like, yes, we are split in half, which is like gerrymandering to a T. But I really do think that like we're ready to rock and roll. Like, we've got people ready to knock doors that have never knocked doors before because we're fired up.
In this heat?
Yeah, no. You know what? We call them hot girl walks. And you actually, you want to know what I do? I turn my car on, obviously, first step. And then you get there, you leave the car on, and then you make a loop. You go back in the car with the AC already on. So that's the only way to survive it, I'm telling you. But that's how we win elections, right? Is like, David always says that if he doesn't end up like super fit by the end of his campaign, he didn't do it right. And I'm like, no, genuinely, like, let's put on our running shoes and let's put some pedal to the metal.
That is sweat equity right there. Sweat right there.
Yes, exactly.
I have Lindsay over here in the chat. She goes, our kids deserve places to go besides home and school. I would like to pause on that one, because I feel like that's huge, because they don't go out anymore. They don't go do things anymore. But if they're allowed to or not, who knows? Someone's going to call the cops or something, because the kids are playing. Crazy, the kids are playing outside.
No, literally, they're existing.
Like, I just don't. I agree with that one, but I don't like. What do you do?
So this isn't really like I'm gonna put politics aside for a second. So I'm called the cat lady in my neighborhood because
the cat lady?
Yes, feral cats keep choosing me. Then they have babies, and then I have to get them fixed and homed. It is what it is, okay? And because of that, the kids started like coming and chatting with me. And then because of that, we started doing our Friday afternoon like hangouts. They get off the bus and I put up the tent and I bring out the chalk and I do the bubbles, and they just come and they hang out, and it's just kids being kids, for the first time in forever. And like, they didn't even know what a chalk obstacle course was, which was like literally what I grew up doing. So I like spent way too long doing one day. And now, you know, I'll literally like see them out there doing their own little chalk obstacle courses. And it's really things like that. It's like being a resource for children outside of parents, outside of politics. Just literally, like, I pulled into the neighborhood one day and one of the little kids that sometimes comes over, she was sitting there and she had a scratch on her knee. And I pull over and my daughter's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you know, the little kid's hurt. Like, hold on 1 second. I'm like, hey, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I need a Band-Aid. And I'm like, no problemo. So I like get out my first aid kit. I'm like, here you go. Because like, why not? Like, that's right. No, literally. I like, no, my car, I've always got like off signs. I've always got a first aid kit. And I've always got some Effingham County Dems like cards on me. Like definitely one of my things. Yeah. And probably snacks for my daughter. But I definitely think that that's kind of how we help like show them that you can like have a safe space, right? And I think that I really want to shout out like Just Love Coffee Cafe in Rincon. Amy has built something absolutely incredible there. If you guys haven't been there, it's super duper cute. And all of the staff there is just amazing. And it really does feel like a third space. Like obviously if you're gonna go, you're gonna get a little coffee. Like you can't help yourself. But like genuinely, it feels like a space that you can just exist. And I think that that's also why I kind of got into politics, because I was like, something needs to change here. We're all unhappy. What is it? What's going on? Like what's happening in Effingham? What's happening at the presidential level? And then being like, okay, where can we go from this? So, and that's really brings back to like how I run my meetings is USA just tied the game. Is this the World Cup?
Did you not hear him? Yeah.
Oh, is that what that was?
I didn't hear him.
Oh, I had no idea. I don't follow sports. I don't know nothing
That's
about
right.
football.
We don't either, but the FIFA for some reason is so important.
Right,
I-
right.
Over here in the chats, we have this one. Bobby asks, "What are the chances of these Democrats winning in the Republican county? What's the plan? Who can win? And what want to remain in our community? Show
Yes.
up and canvass out in Savannah." Yeah.
Right.
Well, can we just so can you what are the
Yeah.
chances? Like, do you think there's a good chance?
Oh, I think that there is the best chance we've ever had. And I think that it took us losing our libraries, which is like tragic. And like, I don't want anyone to think that I am saying anything bad about the Statesboro Regional Library System. Like, I am really excited to see where they're able to take this and, you know, move forward. But that riled a lot of people up. It got a lot of us mad because I think that people were like, oh, they're not going to take it if, you know, we tell them that we're upset about it. And then we all showed up to the meeting and they were like, bye. And it was like, everyone was like, wait, this is crazy. And like at that meeting, I met this like lovely lady. I don't want to name drop her, but she was amazing. She is a homeschool mom. She lives in Clio. She's 10 out of 10. And she is like born and raised Republican. Like she definitely, like she's still a Republican, but she was like, this is crazy. And I was like, girl, yeah, this is crazy. We got to replace them. And she's like, yeah, we got to replace them. And I'm like, mm-hmm. And if the only other option that you have is a Democrat on the ticket and you don't like how the county is being run and it's been being run by Republicans, what are you going to do? You're either going to have to decide to potentially for the first time in your life, vote Democrat, which also like, I just want to kind of clear the field for anybody listening. Like voting for a Democrat does not make you a Democrat, just makes you an informed voter. And that's okay. Right? Like you don't have to believe in every single thing that every single Democrat has ever said to vote for Scott and Darlene in this county commissioner's race, right? Or to vote for David Dilley. You need to look at the facts, see who has been in office, what has been happening. Our county is growing at a ridiculously rapid rate for no good reason other than they just keep saying yes to stuff. And like, there's a lot to say on the personal gain that Burdett gets from having his logistics center or his logistics company. There's a lot to say about Jamie Deloach getting benefits out of it. And he was just recently named like, I think it maybe was like the president of the Effingham market for some sort of bank situation. It was like announced like in the past few days. Right. And so it really just, it makes you question, like, what has been going on in this county, and am I willing to change my mind and vote Democrat? And I think people are. And I think that there was a Republican who ran against Burdette, and her name is Shelley Payne. And she got almost half the vote. Like, it was so much closer than I think any of us were really anticipating. And I think that if we can talk to those voters and explain to them why, like, Darlene is a better answer than Burdette, because honestly, anybody but Burdette at this point, right? So I think that we have a really, really, really good chance at winning, for sure.
Okay. All right. Speaking of David Dilley, all right, he's running against Bill Hitchens, and he's talking about what he's been hearing from the constituency about Bill Hitchens.
Oh, he's failing in actually representing us. You know, our district's looking for newer voices, you know, and he's kind of played the old game where, you know, we did an article about a month ago, the Savannah News article. I guess every word for word he's going to say, you know, because it's the same spiel. He's the same spiel he's had since 2013. It's the exact same thing. You know, let's put more into GSP. Let's try to work on 21. You know, this year he did change it. This year he did bring his seniority into it. So that was something he didn't really do in the past. This year he did like, oh, I'm a senior member. You know, I can get more done. But when you look through his bill track, there's nothing of interest. You know, but when we're looking at the third fastest growing district, you're not passing anything that's helpful. No expansions to 21. You know, a big issue in Fort Wentworth, data centers. You know, you're not really being vocal in your community, and the community is kind of getting tired of it. And that's something I see every week when I'm meeting with constituents.
Oh my God, I'm trying to make different faces. I'm making the same faces.
Oh,
right, so
I'm like, I haven't seen this video a few times.
So what makes
actively watching that interview and then also watched it back again afterwards.
So what makes that race important, even in a district people many assume is safely Republican?
Yeah, I think that the words safely Republican no longer exist, right? So I think that, especially in David's case, David is one of the top 10 flippable seats in in Georgia that's being watched by the Democratic Party of Georgia. And not just because of the fact that he is young and he's energized and he's ready to rock and roll, but also because Bill is quite the opposite. That man has been there for literally forever, and he isn't doing anything for his constituents. The only time he comes to Effingham is literally for like one single publicity stunt talking about education, and he comes and he gets his photos and he's gone, right? So I think that is like a huge reason why people in this district are ready for something different. But I also think that a lot of people are ignoring the fact of everybody that has moved here, right? So I moved to Effingham County in 2019, and a lot of people that I know and have met moved here since then or before then. And Port Wentworth is growing exponentially. It's like ridiculous, crazy how many new apartments and houses are being built. I mean, there's a lot to be said about that too. Not my district, not my circus, not my monkeys. It's what my mom taught me, but I definitely think that David's seat is super flippable, and having somebody in office who is actually going to be affected by the legislation that he is working on is going to make a world of difference for all of us, right? Because like David isn't some like rich kid who was born into a bunch of money and his whole family has been doing politics and he just happened to get this seat. Like, no, like he was like, I need to really like do something in my community. And then he's like, what can I do in the community? I'm ignoring that comment. Did you read the comment? Yeah, no, I'm ignoring it.
That was so
Oh my gosh. But so I think that David has such a good chance at winning and being in the community, talking to his constituents. You know, we're hosting a coffee conversation and candidates on July 17th at Just Love in Lincoln from 6 to 8. He's going to be ready, available for a very casual conversation with the community. Talk to him about your problems. Same like Scott and Darlene will be there. And I think that that's really how he wins this district and why it's so important, because there are so many of us that deserve to be represented by somebody like us and not an old man.
right. And Bill Hitchens equals Walmart greeter.
Right. Right.
So the 6 to 8 p.m. or a.m.?
6 to p.m.
p.m.
You'll never catch me up that early.
Well, I mean, it's Just Love Coffee. I figured it was the morning.
Oh yeah, no. So we are.
Drink
So they like are open for renting it out from like the closed hours. They keep like a couple people on staff to like make drinks and order food.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
convenient. Holy cow.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, on top of the fact that like it's delicious and like I mean, honestly, it became a problem. The moment they opened, I think I went like 5 days in a row. I live 20 minutes away from there. There is no reason I should be going there that much, but I can't help myself.
All right, Brandon. So catch us up in the chat.
So we have Karina. Yeah. So she said that the commissioner needs to know that I love when you do that. It makes it easier to read. Know that they aren't untouchable and that they have to listen to their constituents to hold that seat. Right now, they feel like they can do anything they want without consequences, which is why they're there in that seat. And then, of course, you need to show up to the local meetings and bring a friend.
Yes.
I mean, spread the word. Boom. That was so funny. That's how you keep your peace. Okay, and then just love coffee. Best team of humans.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're a good team of humans.
Well, I mean, they don't have robots in there serving coffee. I like it. That's good.
Right.
No self-checkouts.
No robots and AI data centers serving coffee in Just Love.
Yeah.
You won't catch who does that.
Okay. So Senator Ossoff was here.
Yeah.
Spoke. Was it about a week ago? A couple weeks ago? I can't
About a
remember.
week ago.
Yeah. But let me play what he has to say, and then we're going to talk about it afterwards. Here we go.
Today is day 524, and groceries, rent, and health care are at their all-time highs in American history. Donald Trump and his puppet, Mike Collins. They doubled health insurance premiums for more than 1 million Georgians and threw 300,000 Georgians off their insurance altogether. I heard from a woman with cancer who waits tables for a living and said she was going to lose her health coverage in the middle of chemotherapy. And they did this to pay for a tax cut that went overwhelmingly to the rich and to corporate America. Did you know that, Savannah? Yes. Savannah, I never want to hear these two pretend they give a damn about working people again. Because while hundreds of thousands of Georgians lose their health care, Mike Collins builds Trump a ballroom.
All right. So Senator Ossoff made a pretty direct contrast here, calling Mike Collins pro-war, pro-tariff, pro-cutting health care.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the case you make to voters here for sending Ossoff back to Senate?
So first and foremost, let's look at his track record, right? Like he has been successful in like representing us as his constituents. He does come down here. He listens to us. He has a lot of local people on the ground to try to find out like what our constituents needing, what our constituents wanting. Because obviously he's based in DC, so it's not like he can be here all of the time. But he really is accessible and his team is accessible. And I think that if you compare him to Mike Collins, like he was saying, it really does put into perspective of what they're here for. Like Jon Ossoff is not trying to make himself richer. He's not doing it for himself. He's doing it because he actually wants to better Georgia. And the best way that he can do that is going back, being our senator and being able to represent us again.
Makes sense. We have Bobby over here asking, how do you compare to the Effingham Republican Party?
So I have never seen the Effingham Republican Party doing anything. So the major thing that I would say is that we're active. And like genuinely, like I mean, like, no, I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm being serious. Like,
Facts are
I
facts.
right, facts are facts, and like we're out there like trying to better our community. And if the Republican Party of Effingham County wants to do the same, like more power to them. I think that the more voices, the better. And we work on registering people, and it is a nonpartisan thing. We don't register as Democrats. People don't know that we're Democrats when we're doing it, and people always assume that we're Democrats, but they're like, "Oh, well, I'm a Republican," and I'm like, "Okay, cool. Are you voting?
Cool.
Are you ready to vote?" Like, this is our civic duty. Like, I don't want Republicans to not have the chance to vote. Like, I wish that they would be educated before they went to the polls, but like, that's, I'm doing what I can. And I think that that's the biggest difference between us and the Republican Party, is that they're not really doing anything to better the community, to educate the community, or to really even like further the county party. Because Shelley Payne could have used help genuinely running her campaign. And I think that if she had some help and could have knocked doors, this could have been a different conversation, because we could have gotten Burdette out in the primary, and then I would have a lot less bad things to say about Shelley Payne, if I'm being 100% honest. So I think that that's the difference, is we're here to support and they're just not.
Okay.
Yep. I thought this one right here. I mean, have you been to Starbucks lately? Robots, everything, any restaurant right now. It's like,
Is it?
where are the people? You put an order on a kiosk, and hopefully your order comes out. Hopefully it comes out correctly. Like, why are they distancing the people being face to face and actually having a conversation?
No,
well, this is kind of what she's talking about. When if you can, here's the thing: if you could take community out, right, then they're just facing single people. They could pick us off. When you have the community together, it's harder to break. So if you can, say what?
The ants together are bigger, and we will take
exactly. So everything you see, we're just separating everybody, everything from the screens to hell. Now robots serving you, kiosks to order your food. Like it's unbelievable.
It's awful.
No.
All right. So the next one, we got Keisha Lancebottom versus Rick Jackson. Listen to what she had to say about this one.
Now, don't get me wrong. There is absolutely nothing wrong with doing well in Georgia. This is a state where people work hard, build businesses, and become very successful. But here's the difference. While I've spent my career serving the people of Georgia as a judge and as a mayor, Rick Jackson has been making a profit off the people of Georgia. His fortune is filled in part with your tax dollars. Rick built his empire with more than 1 billion, with a B, no bid contracts, taxpayer-funded health care contracts. Think about that. No competition, no bidding. Contracts just handed to him worth 1 billion taxpayer dollars since 2020 alone. While rural hospitals were closing, while families were struggling to afford health care, while Georgians were wondering how they would pay their medical bills, Rick Jackson got richer through his state-funded health care company. But he doesn't want to expand Medicaid in Georgia.
So what do you think is the clearest contrast between those two candidates right now?
I think that the biggest thing is that, and it's really, I'm going to sound like a broken record when I talk about her and I talk about Ossoff, but like for the people versus not being for the people, right? Like if you can willingly take contracts with taxpayer dollars to benefit your own pockets while also making people lose insurance, like you clearly do not care about me. Like, and like, even if that doesn't affect you directly, like we have to think about, okay, if there were bigger decisions being made, is he actually going to think about us? No, he will not. And Keisha will. She has a track record. She was the mayor of Atlanta. And like, obviously being the mayor of a major city is different than being a governor. But she has the ability to do it. She has a powerful team behind her. She has the education. She has the go for it. She can do it. And I think that that's the biggest difference, is that she wants to do it, like I said about Ossoff, like for the people, not for the betterment of herself, versus Rick Jackson. He genuinely, like, I think that a lot of Republicans see things like governor and senator as stepping stones to get them farther in their career or to get them more money, versus Keisha. She's like, okay, I was the mayor of Atlanta. Let me see what I want to do next. Okay, like, looks like there's a need for governor. Let me run for governor. Let me see. I can do this. I know I can do this. Versus people just wanting to run to just get money or to get power, which is disgusting, or to just better their own selves and not for the community.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. We have some more chats. Stacy said, and the other difference between us and the Republican Party is we'd be out doing these things even if we weren't fighting for seats and democracy.
True. Very
Well,
true.
do you think it's like a apathy thing? Like Effingham Republicans are like, what do we even need one of those things for? We're just Republican.
Definitely.
You think that's part of it?
Right. Well, and I think that it's been Republican for so long, and they don't, I mean, like I said, I don't really have anything. I've never been to one of their meetings. I don't feel like that would be appropriate for me to go to one of their meetings. I would definitely love to be a fly on the wall. But
would you really want to?
I would like to see.
It's not a bad thing to do it, but you know she can't keep her mouth shut.
No.
Yeah.
She's
You're
gonna
the loudest fly in the room.
Have to, yeah, no, literally the loudest fly in the room. That's hilarious. But I think that, like, and the good example of what Stacy said is, you know, the Young Democrats of Effingham, we did a book and a clothing drive where all the clothing went to the Manor House that's in Rincon, and all the books went to the Book Nook to support our local businesses and stuff like that. And like, that wasn't because we were running people in Democratic seats. That was 2 years ago when we first started, because we were like, how can we give back to the community? People are probably willing to donate books, even if they find out it's to Democrats. It was like genuinely how the conversation went. And then we were like, okay, what about clothes? Okay, we can help the Manor House. And like, we want to give back to the community. So Stacey's so right. Like, it's not about actually trying to win seats. It's about trying to better the community top to bottom.
I think if you're doing something to better help people, it shouldn't be like, oh, Democrat, oh, Republican. It should be like,
Right.
They're people, so
Right.
if you help, you know.
No, 100%.
Yeah, who cares what their party is?
Well, and I think that it's become such like a dirty word and like such a taboo topic to like talk about politics. And like, I think that's why also a lot of people who like, they've maybe seen me at meetings, but they've like not actually talked to me in person, don't realize that like, I don't talk about politics all the time. Like, there are so many other things that I would want to be talking about. Like, get me started on musicals. Like, get me started on a little bit of, talk about Big Pharma. I'll talk about Big Pharma for days. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be having to do this. I would much rather be doing other stuff. But because of the situation that we're in, we are having to come together, band together for our community.
Right. Community.
Mhm.
Keyword, community. It's
Mhm.
perfect. We have Bobby over here saying, I don't care who I'm voting for governor. He's not a fan of either of them, and they don't ever come down here unless they want our vote. Love that. True. Only when it benefits you. Show face. We got this one. Rick Jackson is literally Trump Jr., and he will find a way to make money off of the office or the people. Complacency. Facts.
Yes.
Facts. And Stacey, she's going, yes.
Yes, queen.
I just animated it for her and made it better.
No, I can picture her saying it.
It's like I already know her.
You should come to our meetings. We're lots of fun, I'm telling you.
See, that's where I'd get in trouble.
No.
My mouth is just as bad as yours.
No, come on down. Come on down.
There's no self-control. That's why you get crazy faces whenever I'm on here. I'm like, I'm sorry.
You're like, I'm trying.
I can't say things. We have more over here. Rick has repeated, I'm just like, thank you, just like Trump, just with a Southern accent. I don't want a politician to pretend to be anyone else but themselves.
Ugh.
That's exactly how Stacy said it, I'm sure. Yes. See,
Mhm.
it's like I already know you. It's literally the concept of love thy neighbor. Facts. But Republicans don't want to talk about that because their neighbors might not look like them. Yikes.
Mhm.
Do Democrats care about South Georgia?
I mean, on the grand scale, I mean, I would definitely say that, like, that's why we're here, right? That, like, rural Georgia is left behind. Like, that's part of my, like, job as the chair of the Young Democrats of Georgia's Rural Caucus is to, like, we do care. Like, that's why I am persistent. That's how I got Josh McLaurin at our meeting, is because I care so much. I am willing to be a pest. I am willing to push and push and push until we get the change, until we get the things that we actually deserve as a society in Effingham, in Chatham, in Bullock, in all of it. You know what I mean? So I think they do. I mean, I don't speak for every single Democrat that has ever existed, obviously. But as far as the Effingham County Democratic Committee, hell yeah, we do.
I honestly feel like if I'm not going to be that person, but the whole like take the labels off of it. Like if it's not a Democrat, not a Republican, can you just be a person that's running to do good things or to help the people? I feel like
Right.
when you do Democrat, Republican, you're already kind of creating that
The
friction.
tension. Right.
So then it's like, what are we going to get accomplished here other than like, why remove the label stuff? I think that's what's holding us back as a country, honestly, is
Genuinely. I think that we've been pitted against each other for so long with labels. And that, like, if we can just actually get down to the nitty gritty and realize that, like, politics was never supposed to be about who, like, if we're putting immigrants in concentration camps, it was never supposed to be about that. It was supposed to be about, like, way more minor stuff like, who should fix this road? Who should do this? Like, it's so different. It's supposed to be. We need to get it back to that for sure.
I think the biggest thing is that they're going to do their best. The problem is always going to be this. There's a machine just like the Democratic machine. The Georgia Democratic Party is helping Georgia candidates. The Republican Party is the same way. They're all helping candidates. There's machinery already in place. That's why it's hard to run a different, party campaign because
Right.
all the money and everything is directed towards that. So like they kind of stuck us in this place. So, anyway, it just frustrates me to no end because it's like, until we get money out of politics, government accountability in the poll here. If you didn't get a chance to hit the poll, now's a good time to hit the poll. If you're still watching, God, I can't tell you, I appreciate you guys so much. Hit that like button. It really, really helps us out. And you also still have a chance. You can hit the corresponding number. So what is the issue matters to you the most in Georgia's 2026 elections? Is it number 1, cost of living? Number 2, healthcare access? Number 3, government accountability? And number 4, no one even cares about. Just tear down all the schools. We just rip the schools down. We don't even need them anymore, according to the poll here. According to the poll, we don't even need schools anymore.
Just like when they're running polls for campaigns, that's how it sounds, though, right? They're like, and nobody cares about the schools.
Yeah,
Just
burn the schools down.
This whole poll is your fault because you dropped out that 3, and everyone's like, "Oh crap, that makes sense." Because it's a trickle down. Facts are facts.
That's the actual down.
Right. Right.
Well, what I'm excited about, Ivy was excited about this next part. Brandon, are you ready for this?
We're cutting it close on time, but I definitely want to do it if we still have time.
Yeah, we're definitely doing it. We're definitely doing it.
We're doing it. Okay, so this is our rapid questions round. So you got 30 seconds. Only one word.
Hold on a second.
Yep. Don't mess it up.
Let me reset it. Here we go. Okay.
Okay. So are you ready? Okay.
I am ready.
Perfect. I'm ready. Ready? Steady. Go. Okay. Old Effingham or New Effingham?
New Effingham.
River Street or downtown Springfield?
Springfield.
First word that comes to mind when you hear the word Effingham?
Growth.
First word that comes to mind when you hear growth. First word that comes to mind when you hear Highway 21.
Oh, traffic.
Exactly.
And I want to give a shout out. Okay, so I know I said I do one word things. Well, I did that, and to be fair, I did. But I know that you made a face when I said Springfield. Have y'all been to District Square?
I have.
I really like District Square. I am a huge fan of it.
Hey, look, I'll tell you what.
10 out of 10.
District Square compared to, some other place downtown, not River Street, would be fine. But against River Street, it's very difficult.
Yeah, but you always have to District Square.
I love it. I've been there.
We're so far away from River Street. It's like a 40-minute excursion to go to River Street.
I get it for sure.
You can bring Rivers to Springfield.
So now I want to give you the final question, okay? So what?
They're doing an entertainment district in Rincon.
Oh, I know. We're gonna cover it on our other side of Savannah's nooks and crannies. So it's gonna happen. We just haven't got to that one yet.
Oh,
but it's coming.
No, it's just.
All right, so we're gonna ask the final question. If our viewers remember only one thing from tonight, what do you hope it is?
I really hope that it is how important local politics really are, and that this is a community that you can come and be a part of, like whether or not you voted for Trump. Like I've had conversations with people who have voted for Trump, and like as long as you are able to look at the facts and be like, oops, not my best judgment, and then you're able to grow from that, come on down. Like genuinely, this is a party for all. Like I want people to feel safe and comfortable being here, and like we are not our mistakes, and we are not one decision, two decisions. We are what we move forward and the actions that we put out into the world. And I also just want everyone to remember to just lead with kindness. I think that that's the most important thing. And that if we all spread a little bit more love and a little bit more kindness, I think that the world will definitely be a better place.
Oh my God, that's facts.
Nice. Well, it was a pleasure having you on today. Would you have any more questions for Ivy, Brandon, that I forgot to ask?
I don't have any. We just have some comments over here.
All right, go ahead.
That Corey says he reminds them every time he goes to Atlanta that if they forgot where we're at, head to the water. And then he said, well, they never visit us until it's election time. 99% of the time they are in Atlanta. Why do you want to be in Atlanta? Head to the water. Framing it as incumbent and challenges helps with conversations with people skeptical of party. And then we have Bobby of Dems running for our local offices in Effingham County, and the 161 absolutely do. They are running because they believe they can be better for our community. Hopefully they are. Go Ivy, go Ivy, go Ivy. And then Stacy, this is what I was saying back, Stacy. River Street's obnoxious.
What?
It's so obnoxious. We went down for fireworks, and I was like, we're going to go shoot the ass into this because I don't want to be,
No, you can't be down at like the far end. You're toast.
I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do traffic. I just don't want to do it. And I work in hospitality, though, and I've done it enough. Yeah, okay. We see you, bro. We see you.
All right.
And Bobby learned a lot. So thanks, Bobby, for listening. Cute picture.
Yeah, Bobby,
thank y'all.
I am always open to a conversation. Like my profile's on Facebook. Like, please message me. Like, the more conversations that we can have, the better that we can grow our community. Because like there is space for all of us at the table, as long as all of us are willing to respect that all of us deserve space at the table, right? So yeah, but I really appreciate you guys having me on. And if you ever have anyone drop out, I'm always down to yap. Literally.
All right. Well, let me ask you this: Who should we have on next? Who should we get on our show next?
Well, so I saw in my emails today that we're getting the chair of the Chatham County Democratic Committee, so I'm excited about that. ADOT. He's going to be on, so I'm excited about that. I know that Corey's coming on next week, right? Corey Foreman. You've had David 1,000,005 times. I know that Darlene is interested in coming on, but also I've got like if you want anybody from like the Young Democrats of Georgia or like the coordinated campaign or you see anybody, you let me know. I'm down to message anyone. I have no shame.
That'd be kind of cool to have like the new show they're doing where like the one person sits in the middle and they're like surrounded and then they all get to.
Oh, the Jubilee thing. I know what you're talking about.
Like they put someone opposing in the middle and then everybody else around them and they gotta race the chair, but we don't do the race.
We could like raise our hands.
Maybe if we can get. So we have an assignment for Brandon to find us some Republicans to bring onto the show. I've been waiting. We need some Republicans.
Yeah, we've been waiting on all those responses.
They're not coming. They've figured they've won.
Isn't that part of the problem, huh?
Any Republican running for office, just not any Republican. Okay, just not like, hey, I'm Bob. I'm a Republican.
Any Republican off the streets.
Yeah, if you're Republican and you're a part of the Effingham Republican Committee, I definitely want you on. Savannah, Richmond Hill, any of them, I'm totally down. So if you are a Republican and you want to come on the show, please come on the show. Love to have maybe an Effingham and Republican and Democrat. That'd be fun to have on.
I would love it. I'm always.
We would eat.
Yeah,
that'd be super fun. So yeah, I've reached out to Bill Hitchens. He said like he was just coming back from. They were doing the special session, right, for the redistricting stuff. And he said after he got back from that, he'd give me a followed up. I haven't heard anything. So if you know Bill, please send him my way. I definitely would love to talk to him. So, but Ivy, thank you so much again. It was a pleasure seeing you, and we look forward to having you on again. Hey, I'll tell you what, if we can get this thing rolling, I mean, you can come on. I mean, several times. Let's get some Republican, go back and forth. It'd be super fun.
Yeah, I'm always in. Well, thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you so much. It was on you soon. Bye. Oh man, that was super fun, right?
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
So, well, you ain't a fly on the wall. You can't be a fly on the wall.
Right. So, Brandon, what did you learn from tonight?
I learned a lot of the things that I was thinking, and I've been thinking about it for a while now because I don't know if we're in the same age frame, but it's like we started out at this age, and then this tragedy. Yeah. Kind of like just like bombarded with the community, the loss of community. That just threw me up because that's what I've been trying to preach and say and tell people, like, we're losing the community feel, and you lose the community feel, then how do you accomplish anything? How do you have that helping neighbor? Like, we're all so reliant on the government now, and the government is doing what the government does, and that doesn't always end great for the people. No. So I really feel like the community thing, like, that really struck for me because I feel like back when it was more community, you knew your neighbor, you knew you could rely on them, you knew you can go out of town and your neighbor would be like, hey, do you need me to water your plants for you? And now we have to go buy all these expensive things to make sure our plants get watered because we can't rely on our neighbor that you could back then. So that was big for me.
Yeah.
What'd you learn?
I mean, I just
aha moment.
my thing is, and I think it was kind of the same thing. Like, I don't think about a lot of people I would say most people, but a lot of people are younger than me. So when I know, I'm just saying, like, their experience is different than mine. I was born before the internet. I'm saying there's been people that were born after the internet, and I got to remember that. I'm saying? So for me, when I hear younger people's experience, it kind of catches me by the eye because, I mean, you got to try to think, like, the way the older generation has controlled everybody's life, right? The younger people are just taking the brunt of it all. So I do feel that. But I do want to thank Ivy for coming on. I really appreciate you joining us. And thank everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. and then continue to participate in the Mark Sip. We really appreciate it. But don't miss next week. We're going to have Corey Foreman, State Senate District 1, and we have the local spotlights can be Spirit Experience. Brandon, we went to the Spirit Experience, didn't we? Yeah, you didn't like that one. But it was super fun haunted house. It was awesome. And then don't miss our Savannah's Nooks and Crannies live tomorrow with Tony Berna, Savannah's favorite food enthusiast, and me. We're going to be discussing what is the best beach town, so don't miss it. And then, of course, we have our videos that we just had this week. So, man, whew, a lot of stuff going on. But that was a great conversation, buddy. You got anything left that you want to say?
I mean, no, I think we went through it. It was great.
Yeah, we went through it. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody watching. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. August 3rd.